Hi everyone, Amy here with amyswares, and today I'm going to do an ink pad to paper technique. So to start, I'm going to show you the products that I used. Now this is a previous configuration of Luxe ink colors from Catherine Pooler. Here's a photo of the finished card, but do stick around to the end and I will show you a bonus card with a variation on this technique. Now, sadly, Catherine Pooler does not sell these ink pads in the little 8-pack grouping like you see here anymore. You can still get all the colors, you just have to buy them individually now. So I will try and remember to link the colors that I used for these cards today. But just so you know, this was previously the Luxe collection, and these are all, I believe, part of the... You know what? I can't remember if this is Party Collection or Spa. I think this is probably Party Collection, but these are some of the deeper, more rich colors. But like I said, I'll try and remember to link everything below. But what you can see I'm doing here, super easy. I'm working on a US A2 size card panel of 120-pound accent opaque. And I'm just pouncing all of these down right onto the card base, and I'm going in sequence of 3. So 3 is a good design number, and I'm also kind of being mindful of where I'm putting them down. So I'm trying to not put them over complementary colors. Like I'm trying to not put red over the green or green over the orange and things like that. Now this was just so pretty, this residual left on my glass desk or glass mat from Glassboard Studios. So I decided to take this liquid, it's a shimmer spray with like pretty glittery shimmer, and use that to activate this and then kind of do a smooshing technique for a second panel. So like I said, stick around. I'll show you how I finished that card at the end, but I didn't want to waste this. Now, I again didn't want to mix together colors that were complementary and kind of muddy up the colors. So after I kind of reached the extent of smushing, where I was kind of teetering on the edge of creating mud, I decided to grab a little piece of plastic, and then this way I was able to have a little bit more control. I could pick up, you know, the colors and put them specifically where I wanted rather than just pouncing that cardstock down in. And I have this little piece of plastic. I actually usually store it in my Misty because it's really good for doing like a test stamp and not ruining my project. So have a little piece of plastic around, and then you can have a lot more control with your you know, your ink smushing technique. Now this, I did use this LDRS Creative Stitched Rectangle die. Here I just realized I had some ink in it because, you know, it was pretty wet panel when I ran it through my die cutting machine. But I did cut that panel down slightly smaller than US A2 size. And now I'm going to run it through this gorgeous 3D embossing folder. It's called Geo Triangles 3D. Just going to line it up and make sure it's nice and straight, and then I'm going to run it through my Spellbinders Platinum 6, and I can't believe how gorgeous this turned out. It looks almost like a quilt to me. I don't know, does this look like a quilt to you? Let me know in the comments, but that was kind of an unintended effect, and I love how it turned out. So now I'm just going to pick the sentiment. I'm kind of flipping through my sentiment binder. This is my storage solution. Now this, thanks so much, would have looked great. This was an option, but as you saw in the photo, I didn't end up going with that. I am going to pick something else. But again, do stick around. I'm going to show you that second bonus card in a moment. Now here I'm thinking I want to continue that cool ink to paper sort of patchwork look. So I decided to opt for a die cut that was in white. I'm going to leave the shadow layer white so that helps the sentiment pop off that kind of busy, colorful background. But I was using the same colors, and I just put this down on my makeshift turntable. This is a low-tack sticky mat from Altenew, and I just have it positioned on an old cake decorating turntable. Sadly, I don't have a link for the Wilton turntable because it's probably 25 years old, back from my cake decorating days. But I just smooshed that down. I used it to kind of hold down that little die cut because it's a little bit delicate. Just going to wipe this off. Now, don't worry if it stains. It doesn't affect it at all. And then I attached it to the white shadow layer, and then that gives it the separation that it needs. Now, here's the colors that I used. Like I said, I'll try and link them below. I don't think I can read them right that quickly off the screen. But I do have some card bling here from A Colorful Life Designs. I'm just going to pick out what one I think looks best. I don't want to take away from the colors or compete with anything. So even though I probably do have plenty of perfect matches for these Catherine Pooler inks. I opted to go simple and go with the glossy white. Put that in an odd number, put it down with some liquid glue, and there's that finished card with its coordinating embossing folder. Now here is the bonus card. I used this Row of Squares 3D. It's an older embossing folder, but I am obsessed. I used the same stitched edge. I have the Crystal Metallic Safari card bling and a sentiment from CZ Designs. So I will link everything in the video description box below. I hope you enjoyed this technique. I hope it inspired you. If it did, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I will catch you next time.